The biggest financial mistake most people make isn't spending too much. It isn't failing to save. It isn't even bad investments. It's this: relying on one income, one job, one salary, one source. And if that one thing stops, for any reason, everything stops with it. So let me ask you something, and I want you to actually think about the answer. If your income disappeared tomorrow, not next year, not eventually, but tomorrow, how long could you survive? A month? 2 weeks? Less? For most people, that number is terrifyingly small. And the reason isn't laziness. It isn't carelessness. It's that nobody ever showed them a different way to build income, but somebody showed the wealthy. And today, we're going to look at exactly what they do and why you can start doing it too. Here's what's interesting. The wealthiest people in the world don't talk much about how they built their income. They talk about their businesses, their investments, their ideas. But the structure underneath all of it? It follows a very clear pattern. And the data backs it up. According to research from the IRS, 65% of self-made millionaires had 3 or more streams of income before they reached millionaire status. Not after. Before. The multiple streams weren't the result of wealth, they were the cause of it. A study of 1,200 wealthy individuals found that the average millionaire maintained 7 different income streams. 7. While most working adults have exactly 1. And according to the Federal Reserve, the top 1% of earners receive less than 40% of their income from salaries. The rest comes from investments, business ownership, dividends, and assets they've built over time. Let that land for a second. The richest people on earth are not rich because they have the biggest salaries. Most of them don't. They're rich because their money comes from multiple directions. And when one slows down, the others keep moving. That's not luck. That's architecture. And architecture can be learned. So why don't most people build multiple income streams? It's not because they don't want to. It's because of a trap so normal that most people never even notice they're in it. Here's how it works. From the moment you start working, you are taught one model. Show up, do the work, get paid. And it works. It pays the bills. It gives you structure. For most people, it's the only model they ever see. But here's the hidden problem with that model. Your income has a ceiling, and that ceiling is your time. You can work more hours, but there are only so many hours. You can ask for a raise, but raises have limits. At some point, you hit a wall, and no matter how hard you push, the wall doesn't move. Your job is not the enemy. Your job is the foundation. But a foundation isn't a finished building. Most people build the foundation and then stop, and wonder why they never feel financially secure, no matter how long they work. The wealthy use their job as the starting point. They take that stable income and use it to build the first extra stream. Then the second, slowly, deliberately, without quitting anything, just adding. One extra stream changes everything, not because of the money it brings immediately, but because of what it proves, that your income is no longer a single point of failure. Now, before you start thinking about 7 income streams, stop. You don't need 7, not yet. You don't need 5. You don't even need 2. You need 1 extra one. Just 1. And it doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be a business. It doesn't have to make you rich overnight. It just has to be income coming from a direction that isn't your job. Think about what you already have. Skills that other people would pay for. Time. Even a few hours a week, that could be pointed at something productive. Knowledge that feels ordinary to you, but is valuable to someone else. Something you own that could earn while you're not using it. That's it. That's the whole starting point. 1 freelance project. 1 thing sold online. 1 skill offered to 1 person. 1 small investment that earns while you sleep. Rich people don't have multiple income streams because they're rich. They're rich because they built multiple income streams. Starting small, starting imperfect, starting before it felt like the right time. The question isn't whether you can afford to build a second stream. The question is whether you can afford not to. In the next video, we're going to be talking about the 7 streams of income, what they are, which ones are realistic when you're just starting out, and how to know which one to build first. If you don't want to miss that, subscribe right now. It might be the most practical video we've made. And if this one hit home, if it made you think about your own single income in a new way, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because the earlier someone starts building a second stream, the better. 1 pipe is fragile. 2 is a foundation.